We are here, we are here, we are here. On this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up GBP USD. We are on the monthly time frame. Price action on the monthly time frame is a bullish green candle working its way up from an area of support, with the second last candle being a long bearish candle. Looks like it dropped down with a lot of wick. So we do have price action overall. Lower lows. Price action overall. Higher highs. Midpoint, also adding second level lows. And also adding third level lows. So let's zoom in the price to see what's going on. So as I said before, price action bullish green candle, more like a doji cross, indecisive, side by side with the second last candle being a bearish candle with a long wick down to that bottom. So it lost momentum in price action side by side. So it's consolidation. So market could be doing a reversal. So price action, current price is sitting at 1.11701. So if price works its way up, it can head up to that midpoint between those SR lines, which would be sitting at 1.15553. And if price works its way down, it can head down to the next section right below that area of the lowest low and price action, which would be that midpoint 1.09251. So let's see what's going on. So there's a pattern that formed itself, so which pushed that market down. So we can see that market's coming from that break of that midpoint. Market came back to retest. So we do have that break and retest. So that market is identifying that first leg, second leg, third leg, and market pushed down for that fourth. So it did break that second level lows. So market could be coming back to retest to push down further, which will be identified as a double top and a retest. If not, the market's creating new structure at the bottom. So if it works its way up, and we'll see that market do an uptrend, the market could be coming from that, creating a new structure of that first leg, second leg, with the breakout of the second level lows, retest with the third leg, and work its way up for that decline, that double bottom, incline double bottom. So price action, as I said before, side by side with the second last candle, which is that consolidation. So we still have to wait for that market to do what it do, because price action is sitting as a weak candle, doji cross. So you want to see that next candle form to do what it do. So let's walk down the time frame to see what's going on. Okay, on the weekly time frame, price action is identifying that same candle as a doji cross, very weak candle. So is indecisive. So market could be retesting to drop down further. So if so, we'll see that market did break that area, the SR line came back to retest, and price could work its way down further, which would be drawing out that third leg. Now, if not, then the market will be identified, as I said before, that first leg, market come up with the second, retest the resistance, turn to support, and work its way up for that double bottom. Second last candle, a very important pattern in that area as well. Long wick down to the bottom, so it's showing that it lost a lot of momentum, and price did come up to that midpoint of that area. So if you look at price action high of price action wick and the third to last candle body, and price action, or to say third to last candle body, we can see that's the high and the low, and price is sitting at the midpoint. So it could be breaking and retesting that midpoint to push down further for that trend, or the market could be working its way up if we see a bullish green candle that's going to engulf at least that third to last candle, close out, which will make it back to that SR line of price can go back up to, and the market can work its way up further, and then a pattern should be identified. Walking down to the daily time frame, price action in the daily time frame is retesting. So that's why we see that doji on the weekly time frame, price action bearish red candle. So all it did was come back to that midpoint. So market did break, came back to retest, and we did get a push. Now, if it's respected at this area, market's coming up for that W, first, second, third, fourth. So we'll see that incline W. Market's work his way up. Now, if not, then the market is going to identify the break retest, and we'll get that push. Price headed back down to that previous area of that low. But before it makes it there, price can head down to, so you have price action high, price action low. That's the midpoint of that area on the daily time frame, which be near 1.10308 before it makes it down to 1.09251. Walking down to the 4-hour time frame. Price action on the 4-hour time frame is identifying a small bullish green candle. So market like it's coming back to retest. Now, if it's not a retest and it works its way back up, that means we're looking for price action to engulf the second last candle to work its way up, and we'll see that decline double bottom for the first, second, third, and the market's work its way up and create that W formation. And then we'll look for the market to see if it's going to break, retest, or identify a pattern in that area for a retest the market to make it back up to the previous price. So what price is doing is just hanging out near those SR lines of the high and that low of that area. So we just waiting for that pattern to break out to the upside or break down further down. Down to the 3-hour time frame, price action bearish red candle, very small, is inside the second last candle. I mean, you got a bit of a decline with price action body against the second last candle body, but price action wick is not below that previous wick. So it's definitely identifying some type of consolidation in that area. So you want to see the engulfment of price action down to the downside, that second last candle wick, to show that market is really breaking out that zone area that we created, or price action turn into a bullish green candle, engulf that second last candle to work its way back up to that high. And we can see price action is in that midpoint of that zone on the 3-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame, same thing. What has happened is that price broke all the way down to that zone, came back to midpoint of that zone area. So we got to just see what it's going to do. It's going to engulf that second last candle, work its way back up, or so far just reading as consolidation, because price action is in the second last candle side by side. Same as well. So all you see in the 1-hour time frame is what's really happening is the break and retest. So market just came right back, is reading the same thing. But last few time frames, price action broke, came back to that midpoint of that zone. Same as a 45 minutes time frame. You can see that market just came back, break, retest, came back to that midpoint, just work its way sideways on the 45 minute. On the 30, same as well. Break, retest, sideways. Some type of patterns happening, double bottom, incline. So we do have that first, second, third, fourth. So it's a W. Now price action could be retesting the previous area, but if we see a bullish green candle, market's coming up for a double bottom and a retest in that area from that zone. 15-minute time frame, same thing. Now we can see a clear first, second, third. Market pushed up fourth leg and just consolidated within this area of that midpoint for that multiple retest. So market's still hanging out of that midpoint area as it's been reading the last two time frames. Same as well here for the last 10-15 candles in consolidation of that zone. So markets have to do what it do to finally identify a pattern for the breakout to the upside or downside. And that's the 3-minute time frame reading the same thing. And now we're on the 1-minute time frame. Let's stretch it out. Same as well, just waiting for that breakout to happen within this area, that midpoint of that zone. Now we can see that W first, second, third, fourth could be retesting, and market come up from a double bottom and a retest out of that zone. So price can be headed back up to the previous numbers of 1.11935. And if it closes out of that area and show a push, market can work its way up to the next level. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, GBP, US.